Good day. I am Joel Browne Connors, number 9 on the ballot, your senatorial candidate for the 35th legislature. Why did I choose to run for office? I chose to run for office because I want to be part of the solution and have a seat at that table when it comes to making decisions for the betterment of the Virgin Islands. Who is Joel Browne Connors? Well, I am a small business owner, a farmer, a father, a former emergency medical technician with the Virgin Islands Department of Health, currently police officer with the Virgin Islands Police Department, and the commander of the St. Thomas Civil Air Patrol Cadet Squadron. In my 16 years of professional volunteer service, I've seen firsthand the issues affecting the territory when it comes to youth development, agriculture development, emergency management and its services, and home ownership. Why vote for me? I want to be part of the solution. So while sitting at the table, I'll be able to form and amend legislation to better the quality of life for the residents of the Virgin Islands. When it comes to the youths, when it comes to mass incarceration, when it comes to crime, when it comes to education, when it comes to agricultural development, we have a plan that will help better the Virgin Islands and the quality of life for all people. So when it comes to youth development, I want to form legislation and find funding, provide additional funding to youth programs to enhance the co-curricular activities for the young people. We put all the burden on the education system, but we got to be honest with ourselves. We can't get everything done in a short period of time while they're in schools. So forming non-profit organizations to assist with co-curricular activities after school and on the weekends for all youths are one major part of my campaign. When it comes to agricultural development, we have in St. Thomas, St. John and St. Croix hundreds of undeveloped land, acres of undeveloped land that needs to be produced. We can take those same youths from the high schools, the middle schools, and get them engaged in agriculture by farming our local crops, as in Julie mangoes, pineapples, watermelons, and create an industry where we export these produce to the cruise ship industry when they come to the Virgin Islands and leave with our produce. So when it comes to emergency services and their response, as a police officer, EMT and rescue technician, I've seen firsthand the issues when it comes to the manpower shortage, the equipment, and the timing in the response. My plan is to introduce first response to high school students. So within their 4 years of high school, they can determine whether they want to be an EMT, policeman, or firefighter. As you know, the only requirements to be a first responder is to have a high school diploma or GED and be 18 years of age. So introducing this program to the high school students, this is a perfect opportunity to have a pool of highly trained, energetic young individuals to be of service to our community and strengthen our workforce. Why vote? Because voting is not only your right, but it's the right thing to do. Why should you vote for me? And why should you come to the polls? Well, with my experience, I've been in the field, I've seen the issues, and who better to help fix the issues than someone who had lived the issues. So come out to the polls and vote. Come out in numbers and vote. Because we need young, motivated individuals in the Senate to be of service to this community and better the quality of life for all the residents of the Virgin Islands. So as a livestock farmer, I not only do animals, but I also raise produce. Now, when it comes to farming, everyone thinks of going out in a yard, digging a hole, planting a seed. However, in this century, we're now into hydroponics and aquaponics. And it is my job and goal to introduce to the community backyard farming, hydroponic systems and aquaponic systems where they can grow produce right on their porch. So it'll cut back from us having to spend money at the stores what we could grow at home. So as a small business owner, I've been in business for the last 16 years and I've seen the issues. I've felt the pain of all small business owners when it comes to the taxes that we pay in the Virgin Islands. We have a set of taxes to pay on items coming into the territory, which causes our prices to raise higher than normal. And then the public is now turning to online shopping because they're a lot cheaper. It is my goal to reduce some of these taxes or exclude the taxes altogether, where small businesses can strive to stay alive here in the territory, because this is our paradise and we want to keep it as such. Now, as the Youth Program Director for the St. Thomas Civil Air Patrol, I hold the rank of Captain with the United States Air Force Auxiliary. I've been in that program since 2007. I started as a cadet and worked my way up the ranks to the Squadron Commander. Now, within my years in Civil Air Patrol, Hundreds of students came through that program, and hundreds of them have moved on to better careers in the US and in the Virgin Islands. The program was designed for at-risk youths, and I made it my business to take children out to the projects, off of the streets that I encounter on a daily basis. That is my goal, to expose all youths in the territory, especially those that want to make a difference but don't have the opportunity or can't afford the opportunity to do so. It is our job to appropriate those fundings, to find programs to get them in, to expose them to the world and see what the world has to offer for them. I am Joel Browne Connors, your Democratic senatorial candidate for the 35th legislature, number 9 on the ballot. I want to remind you that early voting has started October 10th to the 31st, and voting is on November 8th. Come out and vote, because I am making what's important to you important to me. Now remember, voting is not just your right, but it's the right thing to do. I am humbly asking for one of your precious votes when you go to the polls. Joel Browne Connors, number 9 on your ballot. Thank you.